Hello everybody, welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a month at least. This is part 3 of the DIY laser cutter laser engraver. Go over what we did last time. Well, actually, since I've seen y'all last time, it's been a while. We had some upgrades. So we have a new cheap 1920 1080 camera looking down. Not the best, but it's better than nothing. Sorry about this lighting. I will fix it, I promise. We also now have learned how to use this fancy remote over here. Side camera. So now y'all can actually see what I'm doing besides focusing on that guy. Of course, that gives us this guy as well. It's probably where we'll live most of the time. And last but not least, we have me. I know y'all don't want to look at this, so we will go back to our standard look for what we know now. Alright, so actually change some stuff in front of me because it is confusing. There we go. I have a preview monitor now out here that came out of the dumpster. It was a plasma, super heavy, but at least I can see what's going on. So since last time, I have not touched anything on here to be updated, but I've printed a bunch of stuff. Let's get all this in here. Some tools out of the way. This is all extra stuff. It's going to be down the road. Tools. So guys, here's all the stuff we will be working on today, hopefully. That is our goal. Try and get all of this. Can we see it all? Yep, there's just wires sitting there. Nothing important. These over here. Those are the control wires. Alright. So, what we are going to do today. Finally got some red again. Some more Hatchbox red. You'll probably tell the difference. There's that Amazon transparent red. All day. This piece has been redesigned. It's now like twice as thick, 3 times thicker, in the pretty red. Oh, there we go. So that means this one go in the bin. Where'd my garbage bin go? Oh, they moved it. Also got these two guys, as you can tell. This one is in the Hatchbox red. This is in that horrible Amazon transparent red. Not sure which one of these I need. Obviously can run off of both, and my plan is not to use the power supply that came with the laser module, but actually wire it straight into the big old power supply. Just seems like they'll eliminate one wire. I don't know if it's possible. We'll find out. We'll see if we get some magic smoke. So I think all I need is this one, but I have them both here, and if I do end up having to use them both, of course this piece will get reprinted in this red because it's horrible. Besides these pieces, they're going to get reprinted. Down the road we will also, I know for a fact, be replacing this control board with a different one, so we go with TMC 2209 so we can get rid of these sensors. I already realized I might have to extend one of these cables really far and always worry about it, or print a big cable chain and then design something with that. So it just seems like it would be much easier to only have to worry about 2 wires and get a new board and some 2209s, and then let the firmware handle all the end stops. So we have those 2 pieces. We have reprinted this bracket, which is in a horrible green. It's not horrible green, just looks horrible with the red. We'll replace that first thing, get that out of the way. We'll get probably this guy mounted. this guy mounted. Give me a camera shot. And I just messed up my mount. Was the one thing I was trying not to do. I struggled with that for a while. There we go. That's gonna be a pain. Alright, we'll get that mounted on the front up there. And I've already kind of dry fit the module to it, so hopefully get that on there. And we'll be using that cable to the module, and I'm not sure which of these two. It's hard having two cameras. So one of those will go away. We also have these two mounts. See if you all can see that a little better. Oh, weird. I was like, it's so blue. It is weird. I get my hand up on this camera and everything blues out on the auto white. And I swore I had auto white turned off. Probably not. So these two, we're gonna go for IEC cable. So that'll probably just hang off going like this. Start to think about that. Can't have it going this way. You all can see that. This way. So I have a bunch of wires and stuff hanging out that's just gonna get in the way or hit with the laser. Also got two big wires to go from here to here and from here to this guy. I'm trying to do this where y'all can see this. I also have a bunch of stuff in my way, so I can't even really see the screen. I'm already seeing the error of my ways. And then hopefully these will work. I wanted to get rid and not use zip ties. I don't know why. I'm just opposed to zip ties on everything but real lighting jobs. These are just some little cable stops that actually are belt stops that I printed in a silver. I just got extras here just in case, because we'll see if they break. But I figured that would look good down here on each of these ends to hold that cable in place. So, I guess let's get started. We will start with the power supply. Let's see. Can y'all see? We should probably switch cameras. Hey, there we go. And you can see my logo. That's the other thing we have. We now have a little rotating logo on the screen. And some automatic lower thirds are going to pop up, begging for y'all to be my friends. That was way too easy. So besides getting the new red PLA, the hatch box, which is printed absolutely perfectly, just absolutely perfectly. Oh, new box of screws. One of these, I don't know. This was my original. And then I have some E3, M3 by 10 millimeters. These are M5 by 50 millimeters, which were mainly used for wheels. We shouldn't need any of that. We used all those. Oh yeah, this was the new box of the iCell M3. $10. Can't beat that. You know you're going to need it at some point. So we should have plenty of screws, because of course we were down to only like 2 of the size we were using almost all the time. Alright, that comes out of there. There's 2 screws. It looks the same. Should be the same. Make sure we're doing this right, since it's nice to go that direction. This is recording? Yes, it is recording. Alright. There we go. Probably go with a longer screw and a washer. I think this will work. Oh, that's right. These have these little countersunk screw holes in them. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, and y'all should have some music. I can't hear it. Haven't gotten that advanced yet with the wireless headset, but y'all should be having some kind of music in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud. Went round and round right before this started to record this stream, or this video, and for some reason the noise filter is just completely cutting out my microphone, didn't matter what the settings were, so unfortunately y'all got to hear a little bit of my switch back here, and then my new Home Assistant configuration on a Raspberry Pi with a SSD attached to it. And hopefully the lights don't start strobing in the middle of this, because that's the issues I have been having. Come on, screw. There we go. There we go. It's taking it. Go. Now we've got these two guys, which I did put washers on. Because those are not countersunk holes. Out of the way. Alright. And this will not go in the bin because this is just a standard fit for this couple cheapy size power supplies. But fits 2020, so I will probably use this on something else. So we'll put it back down on the table behind us. One day I'll show you all the entire bucket of parts. Nothing but parts that I have printed, some used, some never used. But they come in good in an emergency. My general rule after doing this for right over about 2 years, 3D printing, is anytime you print a part, print at least 3 of them. Put one on, because most likely it's going to break in the process. Of course, this is after you've done all your prototyping and figured out that, you know, it is actually going to work. I'm sure we've all done that, printed many of parts just to find out this won't fit. There's only one thing different, but it won't fit. These are going to catch. Caught. Perfect. Other thing that will be coming up in a couple of days is not really upgrades, but just, I guess, cosmetic upgrades. We'll be taking the original Tronxy X3 that pretty much is all custom parts at this point. It was fun. I have a few parts, instead of being in the actual same green that green, because that printer is actually green and black. Everything else is red and silver, or red and black and silver. I don't know why, I just like that red PLA. It's easy to work with, always looks good. Just a few of the parts are in white, and it's just bugged me forever. So I was slowly replacing them one by one, but actually I had to buy more of that green filament for a different project. So I said, hey, let's go ahead and print all those out. So we'll be putting on a new display. This is the second design I went through. I had the other one fail 4 or 5 times. Not any reason for the filament. Just because I'd actually changed the filament on the other printer, the one I normally print on, the behemoth that y'all see at some point. And it clogged the hot end, so that required disassembly of the hot end. And of course, the new hot end was just a little bit different. Same hot end, but different nozzle. So look like it. Pulled that off, replaced the nozzle, put it back together, but it's had to adjust a few things, and now the Z offset was off. That was popping out. Um, and then realized that that other case would not work because it would actually sit up in the way. So this is the one. This is the screen that was originally on this printer or on this laser cutter, but because of issues with the SKR Pro 1.1, they didn't support it yet. The Marlin guys did jump on it and give me some pointers, but unfortunately I couldn't ever get the backlights to work. So it was just easier to throw this on the other printer that has a SKR 1.4 Pro and put the good old 128 by 64 on this guy, which, you know, makes that one cooler, I guess, because it has LEDs. So that's going to go on the other printer. The other thing is we'll be putting this gantry assembly on. Which camera am I looking at? Yeah, I guess this is the perfect one. So I actually have this on the big girl, which y'all will see eventually, and it's actually worked pretty well. The other one still has the stock metal one on them. This one actually aligns the belts a little better, coming this way. The stock one from Troxy kind of leaves them at an angle. I guess I can do my fingers like that as they come into the gantry. Just standard PLA, and then it'll be a knockoff E3D V6 that goes in there, which it's already using. Knockoff BL Touch going in there. I guess the G Touch. Then a little 5015 fan pops right on there. And this is a nice little setup. I went ahead and put it together so y'all didn't have to watch me struggle and just drop screws and nuts for 2 hours. But this third wheel actually has 2 screws in it, and you can tighten and loosen that third wheel. So it really it sits and rides really well. But this is what I have on the other printer, and it's worked really nice. So I figured, you know what the heck, we'll go to it. So we printed that. That one also has a screw rod, so it has some of these screw rod holders with the bearings, and I have them on there now, but they're in a white, and it just looks horrible. All the parts I'm replacing are white. And then also for the big girl, we have 2 of these we're putting together. This one's Fight Me, even though it looks like the better design than the one I wanted to use. A 2-into-1 Y splitter. Probably end up going with this one. That's going to go on the big girl with the second extruder motor, not hot end, but extruder motor with a Bowden setup, so we can start doing some dual color stuff on that, which was part of the original plan with that printer, if we don't ever make it an IDEX. So, alright, this guy's back on. I guess the next thing to figure out is going to be this guy, and this guy. He is just going to sit here on the back, like so. I think that is the plan. So y'all can see that. Maybe if I have enough room. Barely fits on the table. Y'all see that? Yep, you gotta see what I'm gonna be doing. Get my cup out of here. Put my cup back in there. And now I'm just going to dry fit it over here because I don't remember how this goes together. Let's see. Yes. Or I guess more like that. Nope. That side. Yes. That's how it goes. Barely hangs over the top. Okay. It was the M3 by A3 by 8. Yeah, that seems to be what I've been using up just like crazy. Oh, you're too long. That's what I wanted right there. And you've actually got ink all over it. It's gonna be a pain. Let's take you out of here. driver with the bit. So we'll take a nut. See if I can get it lined up. Got it. It looks crooked. Hey, threaded fine. Got it straightened up. Same thing on the other side. Enough of this on camera. I forgot to do something, and that was put a little bit of tape on this bit. I guess it's gonna drop out 100 times on me tonight. Screws through. Let's see if we can get this nut on. Can't not be as easy as the first one. Looks much straighter. Wants to spin a little bit. There we go. Now it's sitting in its nice little hole. Alright. This is probably going to go out right there. That's probably what's going to happen. So I don't have a lot of length. So. Just right in there. Again, same size screws. Bought was another one of these sets. Actually, those are all my these right there. Yep, definitely need to get another thing of T-nuts. This was one of the combinations of M3, M4, and 5. Hope that doesn't bite us tonight. Work. And yes, LEDs are eventually going to go around the inside. Actually, I have 3 perfect strips of 12 volt, which is going to be nice because I can tie that right into the power supply. And then we drop clips all over the floor. Little bitty 50-15 fan just focused on the side of the part that's being cut. Is a El Cheapo air assist. Alright, so those 2 pieces are in. Let's see if we can do this. Might have to go for a standard guy. It's a little difficult. I think I'll be able to do it without burning my finger off. And I can't even see this one. Oh, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. so gonna knock that drink right off the table. Over here, let's see if we can get the, hey, that went in too easy. Let's see if we can get this guy on here. I'm sitting with it right here. It should go just like that. That is what I'm afraid of. I'm gonna have to, tolerances are real close. Oh, that one goes out, that one goes in. Let's see if it makes a difference. It's a little better. Just as tight though. Hey, there we go. Not all the way, but enough to keep that in. Oh yeah, that's gonna look pretty good. We're good enough. Almost like we knew what we were doing. Alright. So we have a positive, a negative, and a ground. Here, we're gonna come out this side. Please be long enough. Oh, so close. Is I caught on anything? Tabernacle. I might have to extend these. There's hot. Actually, nope. Backwards anyways. Nope, that is just not gonna make it. Oh, there we go. Able to get it on the right side of the terminal block so it tightens down on the wire instead of trying to kick it out. It does leave a little exposed little shake right there. I have to watch for that for a while. Let's do that. Pretty, but take some strain off that wire. If I can do that with both of them, actually. Yes, I can. Looks a little cleaner. Even though that's gonna pop right back open here in a second. All right. This guy is probably going to come right in here somewhere. I actually know this feeds out to the laser module. How much length does that have? Not a lot. Alright, well, I have to figure out this one. Tabernacle. Alright. Let's go over and get this other belt attached. You'll hopefully see this one. Feels decent. Side that went out. This is not going to be perfect tension, but this should work for now. Figure out what we are going to do to work on that. I've got to come up with some kind of adjustment for sure. perfect. We got a little bit of slack in there. We'll have to do some stretching and we can get that out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go one more. Not going that easy again. Huh? Wow. I don't feel any slop in that. Perfect. Alright, let's get some cutters for that. Oh, I forgot something. We'll leave some slack so we can pull on that later. There we go. That looks a little cleaner. The other thing we need to do is cut off. Those feel pretty good. We're gonna cut these down. Told you I hadn't done anything. And the same thing on this side. There's enough slack, so get onto it with some pliers if need be. Put that in the completely incorrect drawer for now. Right, means these get to go back with spare parts. And means we get to throw her back out, getting one more sip of water. Stay hydrated. All right. And the next thing, I guess, since we're here, oh, it's gonna be a fun one. I need to come from here over to here. Let's run power over to that guy. That will determine what space I have also for this guy to go. You can see that. I think I'm gonna get that guy out of the picture for now. These two guys. Oh yeah, these two guys. This one is gonna be our Y cable. Because this board only has a single out. That is extra. I don't know why it's even here. X, then Y. I know I could set up one of the second stepper drivers as the left and right, but there's just no point. That's just it was hard enough to get Marlin to this point to even think it's going to run a laser, even though it's supposedly built in. Don't get me started on that one. And then a spare end stop, because this is set up for eventually having a motorized axis going up and down on the Z, just for focusing. So I'll have to hook up a spare end stop sensor, and I'll just tape it over so it's triggered. Keep it back there for now, because I don't want to recompile the firmware again. Although we'll probably have to once we turn some power on. So let's get as much mounted as possible. This guy's the big equation. This guy can wait. So that means getting this on here. That'll clear up the table a little bit. Spin up 180 again. See what I'm doing? Those feel pretty even. Alright. So this guy back. I know y'all still can't see too much of that, but better than before. We'll keep working on this. Those 4 screws going into there. And then you get screwed right into that. That way I can't put this on backwards, because I would. Let's go for the center. Lucky. So the goal for today, guys, on this episode 3 of this little weekend laser build, get everything mounted as far as it looks like it needs to be, and then oh, that thing's just a little off. It's gonna annoy the hell out of me. Get everything mounted, all the wire parts on. Going in right. Sorry, all the cabling installed on the left and right motor. Sorry, X and Y. Z we don't need to hook up. Hopefully we can get some power into the main board and the display. Watch that turn on. And then we'll see if we can around a little bit. My other big concern, which I'm sure is going to be the next thing, is these shafts are very short on these motors. And they're just barely on there. I'm not worried about falling off, but I am worried about these motors because I bought them from, can't even remember the name of the business. I haven't got an email in a while, so they might have gone out of business. But it was just an electronics wholesaler around the corner here in Dallas, and they just tend to get random parts, you know, old computer parts, old electronics parts, things like that. And this was like a 4 set for $10. So I got all 4 motors, but they're all short shaft, and who knows how good they are. And it clears just barely, because I know, because I did this several times. We're going to start with probably 2 of the longest. Gotta make it through. Well, not make it through. It's gonna be the longies. Yep, that's who it's gonna be. I also apologize about all the sniffling. It's pollen season. I did not know. I decided to, well, I ran out and decided to quit taking my daily Claritin, trying to treat my long haul Rona symptoms, which will seem to hopefully mostly be over. I decided to quit for a day. I did not realize we were in pollen season. Easier than expected. I think we're just going to do the 2 nuts. Don't think I really need the 4, even though they were there in the design. Also, I know I can get a nut behind there, but that is going to be a pain. For what this guy's doing, this should be fine. As thick as those parts are, should not be much flexing. That tells me next version of this mount, where hopefully I'll have both of these pieces combined, so I won't have to be doing this. Won't lose that bit. Pretty good. Everything seems to be lining up. Wish those were recess, but that's okay. Oh yeah, that ain't going nowhere. Nice. Sorry for the bolt headshot there. Those out of the way now. Do know this cable is going to be coming in here. Note to self, put that in before we mount the module next time. You know there will be a next time. Right with that. That's going to end up having to come to right about there to reach everything, and that is going to fall right in the middle of the path. Oh, this thing is going to be so many revisions. Goes to the side. This guy. One of these sensors, which I also know is going to be too short, so I need to extend this end stop wire. I just want to see it work first. I did buy some super long motor cables. And they're folded in half. So those definitely have enough length. Hopefully they are wired correctly. It's gonna come back here. That's what all those clips were for that I just spilt on the ground. Clean this wire up. Oh. Nah, definitely more than enough length. Get this out of here. This last one out of here. Round and around she goes. Jimmy up a motor. Too lazy to look, see which way the cable goes. It goes that way, obviously. I did help if we put the right end on it. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, there's the ticket. Watch, it'll fall right in. Nope. How about we point it the right direction again? There we go, right into place. So we'll take these two guys, this guy in the center, right here. All right, where's my X and my Y? We'll go into my little Y cable that y'all can't see at all right now. Some idea where the wiring's gonna go. Also gonna live back over here. I am gonna have to come up with a little mount for that to be the cleanest. Here's the X. Right. This motor guy is gonna come into, or laser guy is gonna come into here. To live here in the center somewhere. Maybe right there, probably closer to right dead in the center. Or maybe even right there. Nope, don't like that. Maybe this board will slide over and he will actually go like that. It is not a bad idea. And I should have enough of that. Make him further. We will see. Not, I do believe I have spare of that cable. that will work. Yeah. Got 2 of those will work. Ooh, more crimp pins. I needed those. Put them back in there, so I'll forget where they were again. So that will let us use this guy. Oh, that actually works better. Right here, so we can install 12 volt. Ground. Oh, so close. Hey, fits. Keep that from breaking. Just barely fits. Alright. That means we will probably leave these the full length then. Now, I know this is way overkill, but once again, it's what we had on stock. Messes. Go. Alright, that's some solid core wire. This guy's probably going to slide over just a bit. He's got regular screws, so I want his regular screws. There we go. Slide that guy over. Alright, so there's enough room for this guy right here in the center. Ooh, it does go in that direction. I do like that. Though I would like to see the pretty board. Just barely. Alright. So what this means is this display, which y'all can barely see, so it'll slide down. It's actually pretty easy because he's not all the way together. Honestly, I think that looks a little better too. Everything will spread out. Obviously, probably never use this controller more than the first couple of times because this will be on Octoprint as well. Like everything around here. That's something else I'll be showing you on the next, hopefully this week or next week. I've actually migrated away from Raspberry Pis. Got a little dual core Celeron all-in-one little print server, 4 gig of RAM, 64 gig eMMC, added a 128 Dogfish mSATA drive to it for like 30 bucks. The whole thing together was under 150. And then went ahead and put Ubuntu on it and are running 2 instances of Octoprint over there. I know Clipper. Eventually we'll get to Clipper. So that has freed up 2 of my Raspberry Pis. One of them, which is now my new Home Assistant server, was running on a virtual computer on my desktop forever. That was really annoying. Yeah, we'll put this right here. I like that for now. Puts that pretty dead center. And that is running with a, I don't remember the manufacturer, but the 820X hard drive or SSD adapter. So it is sitting on top. Little dual fan Raspa cooler, which even with the very cheap thermal tape holds perfectly steady temp. Two more of these. Definitely gonna have to buy more. Looks like we're gonna have enough for this project. Definitely gonna have to buy more. Might be a little long. Two shorts left? No, I do not. Right there. Yay, now I can actually, when I'm not working on this thing, take it off the desk. All the pieces are pretty much on it. Alright, there's that guy. AT nut. Just like so. Bit. Give me some finger clearance. One side caught. Alright, that is on. That has enough clearance for now. These two screws can go back over here. This box. There, that leaves this end stop needs a wire on it. Or you, yes it was. These also have DuPont connectors on them, not JST, but it is temporary, so I'm not too super concerned. So those are my two end stops. You are going to be extended way far, way far. We can at least get you turned on and see if magic smoke comes out. Back in there. Alright, now it's just to these two guys. Negative. I definitely took over be doing a ton of rewiring on this. And there's two negatives and two positives. That'll be my positive, hopefully. That one. That over here. These guys. Negative. Definitely much easier. I probably should put crimps on that other wire. Don't think we really need it for what we're doing. Yep. Come on. Oh no! Oh no! prettiest wire. We're gonna have to figure out something with that. Oh yeah, we can do that. Actually works pretty well. Probably end up feeding those through the other wires. That seems to fit pretty well. It's gonna stay in place. We just need to get these guys on. I bet this is too big for the hole. Alright, we need to go look up a wiring diagram very quickly. Get some of this debris off the table. Oh, my neck, my back. My neck and my back. Ooh. On the inside. So positive should be there, negative should be out there. Let's look for a third time. Yes. Alright. And grab some nicotine. Never to be seen again. Oh, the other thing I need is a mini screwdrivers. First job with these guys, some Olympia tools. I saw them while I was buying pants. $5. See how well they hold up. Alright. Positive was on the inside. It fits. Get him on the out. Definitely end up having to go over that. I worked for that. Motors are connected. Yeah, all motors are connected. We need to get 2 end stops connected. To do that, we should also bring this guy closer. Oh, it's much harder than it used to be. Happens. This over here. Oh, that was the other thing. In stops, we need to look at output wiring on those guys. Ground signal. So it should be 5-volt ground signal. And those are going, since we have the board upside down. Down. X. Actually, that's Y. See, I'm already off. Oh well. Yeah, even for DuPonts, those fit on really nice, solid. Those on the right ones. X negative, Y negative. Oh, X, Y, that's it. Okay, backwards again. X negative. Y negative. that spare Z one right there. He's just gonna get taped up. He's going on Z max because that's the direction they'll eventually go. Plug this guy in. Alrighty. Give me a little bit of tape. And I'm just going to tape the sensor over. So it will always be triggered on Z max for now. So I can get the other part of that motorized mount made. Might have also come up with a cable chain for here and here. The rest of that can just hang down. So that is all on. That is all on. What we need to do is this should be coming out of fan, which I might have to make a little harness. 12-volt ground. We should probably leave this off for now, and off the laser module for now. Did I just break it? Oh no. There we go. Alright, laser module is safe. This guy should be safe. Should have 12-volt and ground coming in. 12-volt ground. Double check here. Positive and negative. Double check the diagram. Ooh, pull the cable off. Yep, 12-volt on the inside because this is upside down. Okay. Be all the physical components. Let's see what happens. Pulls out of the way. Tape, so we're ready for fire. My extras. Boy, this is so messy right now. Make sure he's off. See if I can do this without disconnecting my cameras. That was strange. No magic smoke. Maybe we have a bad power supply. Let's get the meter. Make sure this is wired correctly. Everything is off. Yep. Negative. Oh, there's what we did. Ooh, that could have been bad. No, that is correct. Left neutral ground. Yep, there's my ground. Going to there. No, okay, I did that right the first time. Don't take my word for it. And that works. Okay. Nothing while that's off. Let's connect the switch. here. Something safe. Oh no, this is DC only meter. Definitely want to stick that in there. So what is going on? Where is my negative wire? Over there. Is correct. Huh. Neutral. Saying live is on the right. I like how it's wired. That's a nice. Neutral's on the left. Exactly like it should have been. Well, that is confusing. Those are correct. One more time. Right, neutral's on the left. Neutral's on the left. No, over here, on the right. That's my live. So those are correct. So what is wrong? Maybe we have bad power supply. Maybe that's just the fan spinning around. I kind of get something over there for a second. I think I know what it is. Bet I know what it is. It's exactly what I probably told myself don't forget to do. No, we're definitely on the internal power pins. 12 volt, positive. Down there, the voltage positive. You're going to voltage negative. You're on voltage negative. So that should all be right. It's on ground, that is on positive. Yes. Well, this is dream killing. Let's go backwards. Let's just connect motors. Nothing. Alright, so that doesn't make a difference. Put our X back in. Y back in. Y with a Y. Okay, guys. Well, kind of got it in one piece. So now I have to figure out what is going on electronics-wise. Might be going with a whole different power supply. I don't know if I ever hooked this thing up and tested it. I probably didn't. Okay, so that's where we're gonna stop. But at least it's all in one piece. It's starting to look like a laser cutter. Now I can just figure out what's going on with power. We'll have to try one of the other power supplies. Changes. Alright, so I guess we're gonna stop it there. Went much quicker and easier than I expected. Get us all together. Next episode, number 4 now? Yeah, number 4. So this is 3. Next one will be 4. Hopefully by then I can figure out what is going on with the power, and we can turn it on and test it. If I don't blow it up and have to replace all the electronics. Okay, alright. See if I can get back down to... Here we go. So thank y'all for sticking around for that. If you did. If you didn't, I didn't even notice. I was hoping to see it light up. So we will go from there and figure out what is going off camera, and then next time we will turn it on and figure out what doesn't work and what needs to be changed before we rebuild the entire thing again. So y'all have a good one. See you next time.